What's up everybody, Nick Brengle here, and today we're talking about how I'm approaching my digital life in 2019, and maybe it'll rub off on you and it'll change your entire life, I don't know. But this video is inspired by Kraig Adams, one of my favorite filmmakers and YouTubers. He's made a few videos like this that really inspired me to continue to be a minimalist and also change some different habits. So let's jump right in. We're going to talk about what's on my phone, what I've changed, and also for the first time, what's on my computer and how I work with my files and storage and all that fun stuff. As I continue to be my own business, my own boss as a freelance filmmaker and video content creator here on YouTube, I have to continuously rethink my digital world, my digital life, how I approach it as a minimalist, because my digital life is my reality as much as my reality is my reality. So, I sat down to kick off the new year and really wanted to refocus how I approached everything digitally and really take it seriously this time, not just little baby steps, but really just clean things up and get organized across all aspects of every screen that I'm looking at when it comes to my work and producing videos here for YouTube. So let's talk about that. So I'll start by talking about my phone, my iPhone 8 Plus, which I have made other videos about and talking about the different apps and how I use it for productivity and being a minimalist. But those were all little baby steps to now, because I took a completely different approach. And yeah, let's just dive right into the phone and talk about it. So the first thing that you're going to notice when you look at my home page, home screen, is that things have obviously changed a lot since the past videos that I've made, if you remember those or go back and watch them. And I've really narrowed it down to specific apps that I think are going to keep me productive and creative and inspired, and watching a lot of YouTube, obviously. At the bottom, I have Google Chrome for the internet. Obviously, I use that mostly to just randomly search things and random facts and things that I don't know. Messages, obvious. And I have a new email app. I would highly recommend it. It's called Edison. It's free. It will put all your emails together. You can have an assistant that's built in there that will automatically sort through things like subscriptions and packages and your bills. And we could talk more about that if you'd like. But it's a really, really awesome email app, and as you can see, not to brag, but yeah, I reached inbox 0, and we'll talk about that maybe later on. So you got that app. It's pretty neat. Up at the top, YouTube, music, my calendar, and then Minimalist, which I've talked about before. And Minimalist is really cool because you can go in and you can make different lists, separate ones, maybe a grocery list, or for me, lists on the videos that I want to produce, maybe something that I need to write about, something I need to update on my social media, or to remind myself of something. Anyway, it's just really clean. They make it really simple. So that's pretty much it for the home page. It's very clean. It's very simple. It's easy for me to access and navigate. And so this is what I've done next. This is something I've never done before. So I swipe over, I have one folder. It's just called Stuff. And if you go into Stuff, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Granted, I've gotten rid of a lot of apps. There's a bunch of apps in here that are definitely essential to my productivity and to my business and to all kinds of different things. But I put everything into one folder, and how I'm going to approach it now is when I need to access any of those apps, from banking to Instagram to Twitter, whatever it is, basically what I'm going to do is swipe down and search for it. If I want to go on Instagram, I search Instagram. There you go. Instagram pulls up. This will just make me have to take that extra step, that extra effort to get to these other apps like social media that I don't want to spend as much time on. And also things like banking and what have you that I don't have to just have right there in front of me. I want to have a clean look and what I need to get is right there in front of me. And if I need to get to those other apps, I'll search for them. And also, if you swipe over to the different widgets or whatever you want to call those, I have my weather app called Dark Sky, highly recommend it, and podcasts. So that's where I can just go right there and I can pull up podcasts and I can listen to whatever podcast that I need to. And the other one is screen time, so I can see, how long I've been on my phone. As far as storage goes and what I'm doing with my phone, I do pay for the cloud. I think I get a terabyte or something like that. So all my photos, everything's backed up in the cloud from my phone. I don't have to plug it into the computer or worry about that at all. So that makes it really simple and seamless and easy for me to use. So that's pretty much it for the phone. I think the main difference is I've simplified the home screen and hidden away all the other apps, whether the ones that are distracting like social media or just ones that I don't really need access to that are right there, right in front of me. Just the ones that I use on a daily basis that are helping me to make these kind of videos and be productive. So that's pretty much that. And for me, obviously, any kind of push notifications or alerts, those are all completely off. The only thing that comes through is text messages and phone calls. Everything else I have to personally go into the app to see if I got an email or if I got an Instagram message or comment or anything like that. I have to go into that app and physically check to see if there is a notification. That again eliminates a bunch of distractions, which is really nice, and it'll make your entire life much, much better. So now let's talk about my iMac, my late 2013 iMac. It's still kicking strong. I put it to the test every day. I'm editing 4K footage. It handles the workload. I'm editing with, lookup tables and different color grading and, simple effects and some different things. And it handles everything still beautifully. I absolutely love the machine, and hopefully we'll keep it for another 100 years. I doubt it. So let's just talk a little bit about what you're seeing now. So this is my desktop. It is super, super clean and minimal, and obviously I'm only showing you the drives up at the top. There's nothing else on the desktop at all, and that is intentional because it's just clean, it keeps me happy, and it's just so much less distracting when you have just what you need on your desktop and not a whole bunch of random files and things you're working on. Organize it, make it simple, and your life will be much better. And so down at the bottom, those are the apps that I use the most, the programs that I'm using all the time, and that's what I keep down there. And so everything from Photoshop to Adobe Audition and Lightroom to Final Cut Pro and Google Chrome and OBS when I'm doing any sort of live streaming. And those are pretty much the programs that I use on the regular. That there's really not a whole lot else that I'm using on this computer. And for storage and how I deal with all my files, I have two different drives. I have an 8 terabyte external hard drive, and then I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive. On the 8 terabyte hard drive is pretty much specifically for anything that's either completed and I want to keep the final product, not all the files and the Final Cut project and audio and all that, but the final version of a video or all the photographs that I've taken that are edited and final and that I want to keep. Those are there, and some of my other finished work and old home movies and all of my iTunes, all of my music is on that drive. So it's really used as kind of the vault for a lot of the stuff that I want to keep and live on, after the computer is long gone. And the 2 terabyte, which I call my work hard drive, is pretty much specifically for videos that I'm working on now, whether it's client work or here on YouTube. So things don't stay on that hard drive for very long. I shoot a video and upload everything onto that drive. I edit through that drive. It has a Thunderbolt connection, so it's really fast. It's plenty fast to edit off of. And then when I'm done, I dump everything. I do not keep projects. I don't keep video files, anything like that, because it just, I don't know, I used to do that. I used to keep everything, but it doesn't really matter anymore. We don't need that. You have the final product, you move on. I've come to find over time that, I don't know, like 99% of the time, you're never going to use any of that stuff again. And yeah, I mean, in some special circumstances, I've kept some things for, you know, a little bit longer, but from now on, project's done. It's gone, it's out, I forgot about it. Who cares? It's done. You move on. Next, thank you, next. So really the final message, I think, to you all is find what's right for you. You know, the way I do things isn't going to be right for everyone else. You're going to find your own path, your own way to be a minimalist, whether it's in reality or digitally. And so just kind of take the time, sit back, look at the apps that you're using, look at the time that you're spending on those apps or on your computer, and what's really making you happy and productive and staying creative in your field and what you want to be doing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, this is the first video in 2019. I'm really excited. I know things are a little bit different here. My hair, my mustache, the facial hair, my ears, it seems like they got bigger, but they didn't. So yeah, if you like this video, if this is your first time coming through this channel, consider subscribing. Go watch some of the other videos. Comment down below if you have any questions on digital minimalism or being a minimalist or a filmmaker, or if you don't like any aspect of what you're seeing here, because I know I'm a little bit odd. Also, shout out again to the great Kraig Adams for just inspiring me and inspiring all others here on YouTube to be a better filmmaker, a better YouTuber. So yeah, go watch Kraig's digital minimalism video. Go subscribe to Kraig. I'm gonna put Kraig right here, his beautiful mug right here. Go to Kraig now, watch some of his videos. If you don't know who he is, you'll probably fall in love with him right away, because he's just got that great sense of humor. And yeah, he's just great, and he's got a lot of other awesome knowledge up here that I don't have, that I'm continuing to learn from him as well. So go do that, and go create something every day, create something now. Yeah, more videos to come almost immediately. So just yeah.